Hi, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I have a little scrapbooking inspiration for you, and we are going to jump right in. It's going to be a double page, and surprise, I'm not building this layout on white cardstock. I know, shocking, right? This is basic beige, so I know it's still a very light neutral, but this will be our scaffolding for our layout here, and I'm going to be using the Weekend Adventures collection. I am documenting some more camping photos from the immigrant wilderness, and these particular photos are just us hanging around camp. So this was a long weekend, and there were hikes, and there was an epic storm. So those are going to be on different layouts. I thought I'd break it down because there were so many photos and just do the ones around the campground. So we, again, a storm rolled in and we were soaked. So we put this tarp up in the kitchen area, and you can see on their shirts and pants, I mean, it was raining pretty good. So everybody's drinking some hot chocolate and huddled under the kitchen area. Now this one, the storm hadn't quite rolled in yet. So we had some blue skies. We rode the horses in. So we had just unsaddled, and the menfolk there were taking a break sitting on a log. So I think I'm going to have those two photos like that. And then here I managed to get a group photo of everyone. And of course, Flynn had to be in the photo, one of the dogs. So this is a great way to get everybody onto the layout. So I like to take those group photos. And this, we were so shocked. It was August, which normally it's very warm, but there was still snow at the campsite, which is crazy. That's very unusual. And it had melted and made this like little ice bridge. So of course I had to crawl through it. And there's Murphy crossing the bridge on top of it. But yeah, it did end up breaking. It melted fast. And by the time we left, probably because of the rain, that little ice bridge had broken. So those are going to go like that. And then I have a 4x4, just me. Those are, I took this down to capture relaxing by the fire, and I thought it was really sweet. Murphy's resting on my leg and boot there. So this one's going to go like that. And then I'm thinking, poor Flynn, the thunder was pretty significant and he was scared. So he found himself a nest. We were teasing him that he looked like a wild dog behaving like that. He dug out a little hollow underneath this fallen tree, and he felt safe in there. So we just let him stay. So something like this. And now we get to bring in our paper layers. This is the paper pack I'm working with today, and I've already created one layout with this, so some of these papers are cut into. But I am thinking that I want to use this buffalo plaid and then definitely the tree paper. I think the greens go nicely and the plaids. And then I do have the workshop kit, so I have some bonus pattern papers. I've got a couple sheets of these wood grain patterns, so I might bring those in. There's this one here, but I have some hiking photos, and I think I'm going to save that one for a different layout, and we might accent the acorns are the other side of this one here. We could bring in some of this black paper, but for sure I want to use these. And what I'm thinking is maybe I want to, work in a lot of the different pattern papers. So we might do something like this. We'll leave a little bit of that basic beige peeking around the back there, but maybe bringing the tree paper in on the inside. So if you bring the photos in here, we want to make sure that they look good on top of whatever's behind them. So I do like that. Let's bring that in on the other side and check it out. I am trying to use just one of each paper, so I could basically cut them in half. You see how I have that there. So one sheet of green will go on the two, and then the buffalo plaid on the outside. So let's bring these in. And I think I want this piece big enough to be completely behind my photos here. These are 4 by 5.5. They're just shy of a 4 by 6. So I like that too, where this one is just on the green. Now, this is a move I do a lot. I'll bring in a horizontal strip just to kind of ground everything. So I've got a couple different options here. This is the wood grain. And not only does this kind of create that anchor and support all of the photos and embellishments, it can be a nice spot for a title, but I do have this spot for a title up here as well. So there's the brown. I also have this black paper here. I like the brown better. We can rule out the black paper. There's this one here that can just be blue splatter, or, you know, it really looks like a night sky to me. I'm liking the blue because you'll notice there's lots of blue in the photos. Blue sky, but then in every photo we're wearing a lot of denim and blue plaid. So I do think the blue, I think it brightens it up a little bit more than the brown, don't you? And then maybe I don't want to use this, but maybe we'll swap it out for cardstock. This color is Misty Moonlight, and since I'm just doing a little strip of it, I think I'm going to save this pattern paper where, you know, I need a big chunk of it, and we'll just cut strips of the Misty Moonlight. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to go ahead and get everything cut down, and we'll put this layout together. I went ahead and already inked up the edges with black because we've got the black in the buffalo plaid. Now, all of these papers got trimmed to 11.5 inches tall, and you'll see why in just a moment. This one I cut in half. So on the right side, I have 6.5 inches, and the remaining is 5.5 inches. I'm bumping them in 1/2 inch, so we have that border. That's why I cut them to 11.5 tall. Now I'll share with you, you know, basically what's showing. I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room when I was cutting the pine tree paper. So it's going to sit like that. Now you could take it all the way to the edge if you want to. I am going to bump it in, but my blue paper is going to run all the way to the edge, and that's going to be kind of that connecting piece tying the two together. So let me see here. If that is 6.5, this should be 4. Yep, 4.5. And then again, so 6.5, 4.5, and then these should both be 5.5. Yep, 5.5 and 5.5 if you are following along recreating this layout. So my blue strips are 2.5 inches by 12. I think I'm going to sit those right at the 4-inch mark on my Versamat there. We might bump them up a little bit, but let's bring the photos back in. This layout's coming together pretty quickly. I was looking through my albums for inspiration, and I found one that fit my photos. So I am using a layout I previously made as inspiration. It was my jumping off point because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to print my pictures when I was sorting through and starting the process. So let's put that there. This one here, and I'm loving, oops, we're upside down, loving how this is coming together. Now, some things to consider when I was figuring out my paper placement. The reason why I put the green on the inside is because I'm probably going to be using green pine trees or pine sprigs and things like that to embellish. And I tend to put my embellishments on the outside so that they carry your eye across. So I didn't want, you know, the green on the outside with the green trees and sprigs. So with the green in the middle, we can now carry that green to the outside. There are lots of title options in this kit. I bought 2 kits, so I have 2 sticker sheets, and I ended up cutting up one whole sticker sheet, and that way I can, you know, try the pieces out easily. I kept the backing on. So this one is from the sticker sheet. There's Explore. I used Explore on the last layout. Now, it wouldn't matter because they're 2 completely different years, and they won't be next to each other, but we're not really exploring in these. We're more just kind of hanging around camp. So there's this one here, Weekend Escape, but I don't know, this is a lighter color, and I don't know if I want to bring that color in. We've got Days Well Spent, which that could work, but it's pretty heavy up there. It's kind of a big title, so this one might be better suited, and Life is Better Outdoors, and that definitely works. But I think I want this more centered and up. It kind of creates some trapped space, so we may need to address that. But if we use that space for the title, I don't like it as much. Do you see what I mean? I feel like it looks better up here. So we'll see what we can do there and just kind of leave that there for now. Just for fun, I cut out the word camp. I was thinking camp crew, and I used the party alpha dies. So these are big, giant alpha dies, and I thought they would be a nice staple to have in my craft room. And the word does fit. I laid out the dies to see, but again, I feel like, just like that big blue banner, I feel like it's a bit too heavy, too much weight for this spot. I like the size of these because you've got a lot of real estate. You could add a lot of fun details to these. So I was thinking camp and then just putting crew maybe stamped out and overlapping it there. So it's not bad, but again, I feel like the size and scale of this looks better. Sometimes when you have these big heavyweight titles, they look better weighted at the bottom of a layout. So, I could, potentially cut this out in a different color, but now I didn't quite leave myself enough room unless we wanted to go across there, camp crew. It's an idea. I don't know. I think that I like this one better, so we'll stay with that one for now. I mentioned I wanted some pine trees, so I cut several using my Frosted Forest set. Now, unfortunately, this one's no longer available, but hopefully you have some pine tree stamps in your stash. I used the dies on this one and the two-toned old olive cardstock, so I cut the background from the lighter side and the top layer here from the darker side. That way you have that nice contrast. And I wanted kind of a bigger tree, and these seem to be a good size here. So let's just see what these look like on either end of our photos here, kind of overlapping. And then I've got the smaller one, and we'll put that one maybe there. Just do a couple. I can always cut some more if I need to do that. And then I have some log rounds from my stash. I had a whole bunch of these, and it was from a set called Textured Timber. I know a lot of you bought this set, so maybe you have this in your stash. So I wanted kind of something maybe right here. And I do have a lot of bits and pieces to work with. Now, these pine sprigs here are from the Golden Greenery collection, but all of these bits and pieces are punch outs and or stickers from the Weekend Adventures, so that you have a lot of fun little bits to work with. So like I said, I did throw some extra pieces in. There's another one of those log rounds. So this log round comes with this kit, so there are a few or just one of those in there, some journaling spots, lots of wordy bits. And I was looking at the sticker sheet here. These I've got an enamel coffee pot, and then there's the cup, and then a cup in the orangey tone there, the Cajun Craze. So I might, we're drinking we're drinking hot cocoa in these, so it might be fun to pull those in, especially because it's about camp life, and that's what we were using. But I don't see how they're kind of I think I might cut them out is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to use the stickers as is in the circle or this decorative square. You can always fussy cut around the item and change them up. I decided to do just that, so I fussy cut the cute little coffee pot and coffee mugs there, and we'll go ahead and start an embellishment cluster there. And just to give that a little bit more oomph to that area, because we do have a big space to fill, maybe we can try this log round here and see how that looks. And maybe some sprigs we'll kind of tuck in there. Let's try this one. Maybe over here. That looks like no. Definite no. Maybe we can frame in the photo with those. I kind of like that. And let's add one more because 3 is a good number, right? And then we need something to finish off where all of those connect. So this little log round is a good size for up in that corner there. I kind of like the way that looks. And then maybe a word sentiment sticker over it. This one says better together. And I like how that brings that blue color up to the top. So let's see if we can make all of that fit without covering too much of the photo up. Now with that circle, I don't necessarily like the log round behind the coffee pots. So let's try this little tag. It's actually a journaling tag. It says travel log, but I would probably never actually use that for journaling because I tend to have more to say. So I think this would be a cute little background piece for these, just to make those kind of stand out a bit more. And like I said earlier, give them a bit more presence because they're small. And now it's like a bigger cluster. I'm just trying to find one more little piece, maybe one of these word sentiment stickers to put up over those coffee pots. And there's lots of pieces to audition. Camping life, that's too big, but we could put this one down here. I like that. So it's just a matter of kind of trying the different bits and pieces. There's certainly lots to choose from. I do like these arrows. Those were from my stash, and I just added them to my embellishment bin. I dug a little deeper through the bin and found the perfect word. It's unwind, which that's what I'm doing here in the campground or campsite around the fire. So that is perfect. And in the inspiration layout, I had two small 2x2 photos here. So when I was picking out my photos, I wanted to kind of leave this open in case I wanted to use it for something else. But since I have this open real estate, I found two more photos. This is, I didn't think to include this originally because I've got Hayden and Desiree here, and this is a very similar shot, but since we have room for it, now I'm gonna go ahead and add that. And then this one, I almost missed it because that was a picture Desiree took, and then she shared it with me. It's Hayden and Murphy down by the lake. So we'll bring those in, and then we can use this spot for our journaling. So I still need to address this trapped space right here. We need something kind of long. I have this sticker from the sticker sheet. No, I don't like that. We've got sprigs. We can maybe tuck some more sprigs coming out from underneath the title to fill that space. And it looks okay coming out the bottom. That's weird. Definitely not liking that. What about this log ground? That would fill that's okay, but what about, you know what I have? I've got the Scenic Adventure set, and I've been using this quite a lot. My favorite part is this tree die, and that's what I bought this for primarily, is this little border, and you can make it as long as you want. That's in Mossy Meadow. I already had that cut, and I like it. I like the dark. It stands out, but now I've got an idea to make this kind of tie in a little better. So what I'm going to do, I cut a top layer for all of my frosted forest pine trees from the same Mossy Meadow rather than the darker old olive. And I am liking that. And then that ties in with the pine tree border up on the top. And I feel like everything is making sense now. I knew that pine tree border would be worth its weight in gold when I ordered that set. I did go ahead and print out my journaling on vellum, and I tore the edge. I'll adhere that up underneath that photo. And let me hold this up so you can see I did add these pine cones from my stash, and it was such a fun weekend. We had such a good time. There's a close-up look at that tree border, and then I put another pair of those pine cones. Those are a Cricut cut that, again, I had left over from a Christmas project. I think the coffee cups are my favorite. Those are so cute. I love them. So everything I've used to create this layout can be found in the description box of the video. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know, and I'm happy to help. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you very soon here on YouTube.